Hi, it's Jim and Craig at the Dive Line, and we've got another exhibitor spotlight. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Hi, Rob. It's Terry Smith from Pelagic Dive Travel.
So, Terry, where are our Pelagic Dive Travel located?
Yeah, so we're based in Melbourne, so in Australia, but we offer products obviously around Australia, around the South Pacific, and the world as well.
So it's great to have you as an exhibitor this year. Why did you choose Scuba.Digital?
In a way, I think it's the way of the future. Everyone's now with the close contact reduction, so to speak, restrictions, and everyone's sort of getting familiar with working at home and doing Zoom and that type of thing, what we're doing now. It's sort of, allows you to connect with more people and around the world as opposed to perhaps going to 4 or 5 different trade shows and only meeting a select few from that country. But in saying that as well, I'm not taking it away from traditional dive shows. There's always a need for them. You need to make contact, especially if you're based in that country, and meet the local people and that type of thing. So it's also a really good way as well to connect with the suppliers. So yes, digital gives you a good thing, but also face-to-face is obviously good as well.
So what is it you're actually exhibiting, Terry?
Yeah, so we're exhibiting ourselves, as well as obviously the products that we have. So Pelagic Dive Travel is a marine conservation based and focused scuba dive travel provider. And what that means is that the operators that we use have to have a marine conservation focus, and we actively support marine conservation organizations and initiatives. And for us to do that as well, the products that we have essentially, so with marine conservation organizations and initiatives, if they have something in place with a stay, like at a resort or a liveaboard, fantastic. It's about creating awareness and getting pit divers out to them and supporting them through that. If they don't, same type of thing. We look at ways how we can help them find local accommodation and put them together. Obviously create a package so we can, again, get divers out to them. In saying that as well, it's also vice versa. So if there's a resort or a liveaboard out there that works closely with an organization or actually has an initiative itself, we work with those companies or operators as well. But in saying that, it has to have a conservation basis, and it needs to work with the local community as well. If you go into resorts, especially on the island, you need to know it's sustainable. You're here with Eco Resort, it's like, all right, yeah, cool. And you get there and everything's flown in. They don't use local dive masters or have anything in place like that. And then you notice as well, so the questions that we ask are, okay, so where do you get your produce from? Is it local? Is it supplied? How does it get there? And if you're a resort on an island, you're obviously not connected to the mainland. So do you run your generator 24/7? Do you have solar in place? Where do you get your water? Is it rainwater stored? Is it brought in using single-use plastic? What do you do with your waste? So a whole range of things. And if it's with their water, if it's a desalination plant, is it running 24/7 on the generator? So, and the other thing as well, like with what you do with your sewage, human waste, does it go into a septic tank? Is it compostable? There's a lot of resorts now doing that and actually using that compost for basically propagate their gardens and bringing that produce in. So if they're doing that, they're well in advance of most resorts, which is fantastic. And the single-use plastic as well is a big thing. Are they still using plastic straws and bottles? Most divers now are really conscious and aware of that. Single-use plastic is, if you think about it, if you go to the resort, you buy a bottle, drink it, it's single-use 600 ml plastic. Chances are that when you bin it, it may actually end up in the ocean just out the front. So those are the things we sort of look at and the ways they're sort of helping to do it.
That's really good. Sounds like you're really conservation based. How are you managing with guidelines and procedures with regards to COVID-19?
It's something that it's affecting every company around the world, not only in the dive industry. It's a very serious point. So we basically work with the operator, find out what they're doing, how they're doing it. Obviously, every country, every operator has its own sort of standard. It has to be high standards, has to be cleanly washed, maintained, and that type of thing. And then the policies for travel, again, it will depend on the country and that type of thing. But in all honesty, it comes down to the people that we bring on the trip itself. We make sure they understand those policies, and again, just working with them and the operator to see if something was to unfortunately go either with them or with the destination itself, south or north, however you want to say it. Then we work with them to work out the best option available. Every operator at the moment understands this, so they're normally pretty flexible in that sense, but obviously we try and do the best for the guest as well.
Do you have a show deal that you're offering?
Yeah, we do. So we've got a couple. We're obviously based in Australia, so we want to try and help out the local diving community, especially out of Cairns. They've been hit pretty hard, just as much as the rest of the world. So what we're doing is there's a couple of liveaboards, Passion to Paradise and Dreamtime, which are really great operators. They've got the Eco brand standard and work towards climate change and that type of thing. And you get a free dive or a free learn to dive on a day trip, which is fantastic. We work with Conflict Islands, which has conservation initiative inside it, which is with the turtles, and they're coming into the season now. But we've got a couple of stays from now, basically up until April, March, and then we've got a couple of groups start of March and November next year, which is fantastic. The diving in PNG is awesome. As well, actually, there's Volley Resort, which has a special price as well. So lots of things. Please come and check us out at the booth.
There's a few Australian-based travel industry people at the show this year. Why should people come and see you?
Everyone's got their own type of products and that type of thing. Ours is a clear marine conservation-based dive travel product and operator that we do. We clearly support marine conservation organisations and initiatives and try and really get people out to that. If we can create awareness, education in those areas, they tend to be quite remote. Fantastic. They're going to help promote and support the marine environment for the future. So the travel that we offer and that type of thing sort of gives back to the marine environment. And basically, yeah, it's just a new experience in a sense. But it should be what every scuba diver is doing. When they go and travel, it should be thinking about the marine environment and the effort they're trying to make for it. So that's what we do.
Great, thank you, Terry. How's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Yeah, so obviously the usual. So we've got email. Obviously, come and see us at the booth. That'd be fantastic. Instagram, Facebook, all types of social media. Yeah, or just go on our website, do the contact form there. Again, as well, if you're a marine conservation organisation initiative and you feel you need a little bit more support, please reach out and we'll create something as well for you. So if you wanted to reach out to us, our website is pelagicdivetravel.com. You'll see a contact form there, or you can contact us at info@pelagicdivetravel.com. Again, as well, we tailor-make packages. So if you wanted to support a marine life, or you have something in mind and you already support them, like a turtle initiative in an area, you want to know how to get there, please reach out and we'll work out something.
Thank you so much for joining us, Terry, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks at the show.
Yeah, no worries, guys. Yeah, look forward to it.